Hi, it's Bronwen Logan here from Reiki Women Podcasts. And today I have with me the lovely Sally Carmichael. Hello, Sally.
Hi.
Now, Sally is a trans woman, and so she's got some really interesting things to tell us. She's looked specifically at the question that we had for Reiki practitioners about being a woman and the specific pressures that are placed on you by society, by family, and also by yourself. And, I think they're probably all three of them are weigh on all of us, and we all have our own challenges and joys with both of those things. So that's the first part of the question. So I think I'll start there, Sally. You'll have your own specific pressures, and I'd love to hear about them. And then later on, we'll look at how Reiki has been able to support you or help you or not with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess, there are a lot of pressures. I guess one of the main things is putting myself under the pressure to fit in and I guess pass, which is the concept of passing as the gender that you are in society, to societal expectations, and obviously have a very, very deep voice. And I actually put myself under a lot of pressure to change that recently, like a year ago. And I actually made really good progress, but it's really hard. It's actually one of some people find it really easy. They just whoop, they're in. But heaps of people don't. And I really tried, and I actually felt heaps better. But it's actually just there's so many other things I want to do with my life. I really don't care about being trans. I'd rather just be doing other things,
Yep.
So I kind of ended up it just kind of went away, and I just don't really care as much anymore. Yeah, but it is still there as a lingering kind of thing. Yeah.
So I think what you're saying is, so there's basically there's more to you than being trans. Yeah. And there's much more that you would like to work with in your life and experience. Yeah
exactly. I just want to be happy, and so transition is really about just being comfortable in myself, and I can probably always do more, but it's really about balancing for me anyway, like just feeling like I'm not being jarred by the way I'm expressing myself or being in the world, and then actually just living my life.
Absolutely. And I can imagine that there are enormous challenges every day, meeting new people, those sorts of things. If you wanted to, I guess, how do I say that, be in that space that you respond to how other people might react to you.
It still comes up. It's like I think it often, like, it'll just run in the background, maybe I'm on the phone, and maybe there's a phone call from somebody collecting donations, and they're like, I'll answer the phone, and they'll always be like, "Oh, is Sally there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, speaking." I know what you're thinking. But anyway, there's all those sort of things. Just have to kind of live with it,
Well, this is it. What do you do to make yourself more at ease with those situations? And does something like the system of Reiki help with that?
Absolutely. I guess the thing is that's really helped me. It's actually 15 years ago. Wow, 15 years, 14 years, something like that. I got this great book called The Japanese Art of Reiki. And I was like, there's heaps more to this. This is great. And I did a lot of work with cultivating my awareness of the hara. And that really changed my life. Yeah. And I guess just having that centeredness in my own nature, my own true self, that's really powerful. Yeah, that if I didn't have that, I think I would be in a different place now. Yeah, it's really changed my life.
Yeah.
And so being able to, obviously things things still get you, but I think it just gives me, the ability to, I guess, have perspective and even compassion. Sometimes I'm getting better at that. Yeah, maybe even being in a place of compassion and understanding rather than reacting. Yeah. It takes work.
Yeah, I can imagine. I really can. I can see how that, that for you, that would, you'd need a lot of understanding of people, I think, right? The idea for all of us, and it's what you're doing a lot of, is making ourselves really resilient, I think. Yeah. And those little, have you seen, those little, I have got a little figurine somewhere, those weeble wobbles, and you hit them and they've got like the magnet, the weight in the bottom.
Yeah.
They fall over every time you hit them and then they bounce back up again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Us being a weeble wobble, basically. Yeah. And because no matter who we are, we're going to have things hitting us, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's good. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I think I've heard that. I've heard something like that in sort of Zen books or something. Yeah, as well. Yeah, and I never related it to that. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah.
Well, if you think, if we're working with the hara, and so we're working with this groundedness within ourselves, it's like we've got that big weight in the bottom of ourselves and it's holding us there. And then when someone comes along and something happens and it hits us, and then we have the opportunity to stay down and crawl up into a little ball or we can come and bounce back and find our balance again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm a wibble wobble. It's true.
We're all weeble wobbles. And so is there any specific practice that you do? Obviously awareness of the hara, as you're saying. Are there any practices that you particularly love or work with that give you that strength?
Well, I actually only recently started with the Reiki, like the meditations in that Reiki meditations. Yeah. So I've been doing I'll probably mispronounce it. Joshin Kokyuho.
You did very good.
Oh, good. Great. And I really love that. I really love that. I can just like doing it consistently. I can see the changes, really subtle shifts, and little eventualities that come and kind of, maybe they would have happened anyway, but just the way I respond to those is different, a little different.
Yeah. And, like you say, you might have done that anyway. Yeah. But the thing is, your consciousness is there, and working on yourself is bringing more consciousness into the things that you're doing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. Yeah. That awareness of those shifts and flows, and that's really true.
Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you very much, Sally. And it's good to see the benefits of Joshin Kokyoho, that it's doing its thing. And if anyone else wants to know more about that, you can look it up online. We've got some practices online as well with Joshin Kokyoho at the International House of Reiki. And if you would like to have a treatment with Sally, and you're in Melbourne, because that's where Sally is in Australia, then look up cosmicriverhealing.com, and that's Sally's website. So thank you very much, Sally, for sharing that with us, and stay resilient.
Thank you.
All right. Lots of love. Bye.
See ya.